One for the Road, a dark story from Tales, Trails, and Taverns. Black Bellamy and the Witch of Wellfleet. England, 1689. In the parish of Hiddesley on the wild moors of Devon, a boy named Samuel Bellamy was born to Stephen and Elizabeth Bellamy. He grew restless early, taking to the sea as soon as he could, serving in the Royal Navy before he was even 20. He saw battles, he saw blood, and he saw the horizon stretch farther than any could land before. And he saw the horizon stretch farther than any land could contain. Whether or not he had a young wife and son back in England is uncertain. What is known is that Bellamy left home and crossed the ocean, seeking kin on Cape Cod. It was there, according to legend, that fate, and perhaps something darker, set him upon the path that would make him infamous. One afternoon, passing through a cemetery, Samuel caught sight of a young woman beneath an apple tree. Her name was Maria Hallett, though the people of Cape Cod would come to call her Goody Hallett. She was beautiful, strong-willed, and from a wealthy family. Her parents hoped to barter her marriage for more power, but Maria had grown tired of the dull, pompous suitors paraded before her. When Samuel strode into her life, poor, ambitious, self-assured, she was instantly taken with him. And though her parents may have enjoyed the charm of the confident sailor, they would not see their daughter marry a man without fortune. So Bellamy made a vow. He would not remain poor. He would find riches enough to claim Maria's hand. In early 1716, he set out from Cape Cod with a band of treasure hunters, financed by Palgrave Williams, the son of Rhode Island's Attorney General. Their prize was the legendary wreck of the Spanish treasure fleet, 11 ships smashed by hurricane off the Florida coast. But when Bellamy and his companions arrived, the site had already been picked over by salvagers. Empty-handed, they faced a choice: return home in shame, or take a darker path. The men chose piracy. They joined forces with Captain Benjamin Hornigold and his first mate, a fearsome sailor named Edward Teach, who the world would later know as Blackbeard. By summer, Hornigold's refusal to attack English ships angered his crew, and by vote he was cast out, and Edward Teach with him. The remaining 90 men raised their hands and named Samuel Bellamy their new captain. From then on, the legend of Black Sam Bellamy grew. He dressed in fine black coats, wore 4 pistols in a sash, and earned the loyalty of his men by treating them as equals. Freed slaves, outcasts, natives, and sailors alike called him the Robin Hood of the sea. He plundered the rich and split the treasure equally, his cunning so sharp that many ships surrendered without a single shot fired. In February of 1717, he captured his greatest prize, the Whydah, a massive slave ship fresh from the Caribbean, heavy with gold, indigo, ivory, Jesuit's bark, and the fortune gained from human misery. Samuel chased her for 3 days before a single cannon shot convinced her captain to surrender. Bellamy spared the man's life and even gave him a smaller ship to sail away in. The Whydah, however, became his flagship, a sleek 102-foot galley armed with 28 guns. For a time, Bellamy was unstoppable. He took 53 ships in his short career, becoming the richest pirate of the Golden Age. But always, he sailed northward, toward Cape Cod, perhaps dreaming of Maria waiting for him beneath that apple tree. Fate, though, is a cruel master. In April 1717, a nor'easter struck as the Whydah neared Wellfleet. Fog blinded the crew, winds howled. The great ship ran aground on a sandbar just 500 feet from shore. At midnight, the mainmast snapped, and the Whydah capsized, swallowed up by the sea. Of 146 men aboard, only 2 survived. Samuel Bellamy, just 28 years old, was gone. On shore, the storm's fury left a haunting aftermath. Over 100 bodies washed onto the beach, buried hastily in shallow graves, treasure, weapons, and wreckage scattered across 4 miles of sand. All that fortune, all those dreams, lost to the sea. And what of Maria Hallett? 7 months after Bellamy left Cape Cod, she bore his son in secret. The child, hidden away in a barn, tragically choked to death on straw while Maria was away. Shunned by her community, jailed in Barnstable, and later cast out, she lived alone in a shack near the dunes, forever in view of the waters that had claimed her lover. The stories darkened over time. Some whispered that, in her grief, Maria made a pact with the devil himself, that it was she who summoned the storm that night, standing on the cliffs and calling the sea to rise against the Whydah. Others say she wandered the beach at dawn, wailing and tearing at the wreckage, searching for Bellamy's body. Either way, Maria Hallett became the Witch of Wellfleet. Sailors told of her riding whales through the surf, a glass-eyed goat and black cat by her side, lantern held high to lure ships toward the same deadly sandbar. Locals claim she haunted the Barnstable jail and the sands of Marconi Beach, waiting still for her Black Sam. 2 centuries passed before the Whydah was found again. In 1984, Barry Clifford unearthed its bell engraved Whydah Galley 1716, along with over 200,000 artifacts and 6 skeletons. The Whydah remains the only authenticated Golden Age pirate shipwreck ever recovered. And so the tale lingers. Black Sam, the richest pirate of his time, lost at sea before he could return to the woman he loved, and Goody Hallett, the witch who mourned or cursed him, wandering the Cape Cod shores forever, where the wind still howls like the storm that sealed their fate.